This video will turn you into a Bootstrap Pro in just minutes. Stick around till the end for a few quick pro tips. Let's dive in. Getting started. Create an index.html file in your favorite code editor. I'll be using Visual Studio Code and will generate a boilerplate with an exclamation mark. Navigate to getbootstrap.com. Once you're there, click the Docs button in the top left. Scroll down to where it says Include Bootstrap's CSS and JS. Here, you'll find the CDN links that let you use Bootstrap directly from the web without downloading anything. Copy the link element here and paste it into the head section of your index page. This is the Bootstrap CSS file. Back in the Bootstrap site, copy the script element here and paste it in your head section under the link element. Be sure to add the defer attribute at the end of the script tag. This is the Bootstrap JavaScript bundle that includes Popper for dropdowns, popovers, and tooltips. That's it. With just those 2 lines, you're ready to use Bootstrap. Components. Back in the Bootstrap site, we can see what is available by using the navigation on the left or by simply searching for what we want in the top. For now, let's use the navigation to scroll down to components. This provides us with a list of pre-built components that we can copy and paste in our HTML page, like navbars, accordions, buttons, and more. Let's start by clicking on the Buttons tab and scrolling down to the Variants section. Here, it will give us different pre-built buttons that we can use. So let's copy the primary button at the top of the list and paste it into our HTML document. Now I'll open the live server and we can see our new button displaying on the browser, and we didn't have to write anything from scratch. Utilities. Scroll down to the Utilities section. These utility classes are incredibly handy. They allow you to quickly style and position elements without needing to write any custom CSS. Let's go to the Colors utility and scroll down to the section on text colors. Here, Bootstrap provides a list of color classes we can use to style our text. I'll copy the text primary class and head back to my HTML page, where I'll create an H1 element and apply the class. In the live server preview, you'll see the color update instantly. The utilities section also offers classes for flexbox layouts, background colors, positioning, shadows, spacing, and much more, making it easy to style your elements with just a few class names. Layouts. Let's head over to the Layout section in the Bootstrap docs, where containers, responsive breakpoints, and grid are explained. Containers. Click on Containers, then scroll down to the How They Work section. Here, you'll find the exact breakpoints for each container class. Bootstrap gives you 3 main types of containers. The basic container class creates a responsive layout with a fixed max width that adjusts at different screen sizes. Then there's container-fluid, which is always 100% wide across all devices. Finally, you have breakpoint containers. For example, container-md stays full width until the screen reaches the medium breakpoint. Then it switches to a fixed width. Let's try it out. I'll create an H1 and an H2, then wrap them in a div with the container class. When I preview this in the browser, you'll see the content is centered and has a clean fixed width that adapts as the screen size changes. Grid. Let's navigate to the grid section. Now scroll down to How It Works. This explains that Bootstrap uses 6 responsive breakpoints, and each row is divided into 12 columns. The exact breakpoints are available below under Grid Options. Let's scroll back up to the example. A grid layout starts with a container, which gives your content proper alignment and spacing. Inside the container, you create a row to hold your columns. Then each column uses the call class to define how space is divided across the row. Copy the sample grid code and paste it into the index.html file. Once that's done, you'll see 3 columns appear in the browser. To make things clear, let's add a red background to each column by applying the bg-danger class to every element with the call class. Then style the element with the row class by adding the text white and gap-2 classes. Now you can clearly see how each column is laid out inside the grid. You can customize the grid however you like. Just remove or add columns and the layout will automatically adjust. Bonus tip 1. Let's set up Bootstrap IntelliSense so we can develop even faster. In VS Code, open the Extensions panel on the left and search for HTML CSS support by Ekmel. Install and enable the extension. Next, scroll down to the Bootstrap section and under where it says "or in case of Bootstrap CDN," copy the code snippets shown here. Just make sure to leave out the opening and closing curly brackets. Now go to your VS Code settings, search for settings.json and paste that code snippet at the bottom of the file. That's it. Now when you create an element like a div and start typing inside the class attribute, VS Code will suggest Bootstrap class names right away. Bonus tip 2. Sometimes it's tough to find the exact Bootstrap class you need. For example, if I'm looking for a class that adds rounded corners and I can't find it quickly, I'll just use a tool like ChatGPT and ask, what's the Bootstrap class for rounded corners? It's a quick way to speed up development and saves you from skimming pages of boring documentation. Now you know how to use the most essential parts of Bootstrap. Play around with it and see what you can come up with. If you want more in-depth Bootstrap or web dev tutorials, check out the links in the description. Thanks for watching.